Hey y'all, sprinkle, sprinkle. How y'all doing this afternoon? All right. I'm not gonna be on here too long, but long enough. Talk to y'all, answer some of y'all questions while I eat. So it's gonna be like a little eat lunch mukbang. I'll answer and read the question. Today I am having Panda Express. I'm having chow mein and super greens bowl. And some veggie egg rolls. And they forgot my hot sauce, as per usual. But anyway, we're having Panda Express because they just opened one up near my house. So we're having the super greens and chow mein for lunch. Yeah. How are y'all today? I do like hot sauce. They didn't forget it. So guess we're eating it plain today. And so this is what it looks like. It has cabbage. There's broccoli. And then there's chow mein. Yum. I don't eat meat, so. What y'all doing? What protein? The broccoli. Broccoli is protein for those of y'all that don't know. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, Lord. Okay, lunch tiers. Let's see what this says. Let's see my fortune teller cookie. My fortune cookie. Oh, shoot. Let's see what this says. You're doing yoga? Okay. Good for you. Kindness leads to happiness. Yes, it says I need to be nice today. I guess I'll be a little nicer to y'all. I ordered chow mein with super greens. There is no meat in this order. If y'all have been following me for the last about 5 years, I have been plant-based. So if you know me for real, or you've been following my channel for a while, you know I don't eat meat. I don't care if you eat meat. I'm not one of those type of people. Okay. Yeah. You can sit across from me and I'll eat a giant steak and I really won't care. Okay. I hadn't eaten beef or pork or any type of red meat since I was 19. I ate poultry and seafood up until I was about 5 years ago. Thank you for helping so many women out. Thank you, Tikla. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, I hadn't eaten red meat since I was 19. Why did I start that? Do y'all really want to know? I became a mortician. I think I have a story on here about that. Human meat looks very close to beef and pork. Oh, I stopped eating it when I was in mortuary school. Mm-hmm. And I was done. Mm-mm. So, fun fact. So this is a veggie egg roll. Why am I free advertising? I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, everything's free. That's okay. They can get some. I don't know. This is actually a gift somebody gave me. Mm-hmm. Whatever. Okay. Chow mein and super greens is my order, and veggie egg rolls. You avoid eye contact and men when in a new space. You're 5'10" and can already be hard to approach. Do I have to seem more approachable to providers? Mm-hmm. Gotta be extra feminine. If you're already set down somewhere, they don't know how tall you are. You know what? You know that? They'll approach you while you're sitting down. They won't have no idea. Okay. Try to date taller men. Mm-hmm. He said most morticians don't eat meat. I went and got my injections for weight loss. I'm just maintaining now. I'm not losing any more weight. I'm just maintaining the weight. And then I did my NAD shot, my NAD injection, which also helps slow down the aging process and also, stimulates your brain, and it's also good for your, cellular regeneration. And then I went and got me a chow mein and super greens bowl from Panda Express. The hair, this is an old V-part wig that you just clip and leave some of your real hair out. And I curled it online. I did a get ready with me on TikTok early this morning. Okay. It's called NAD. NAD. Look it up. The injection. A lot of people are getting NAD to maintain a very youthful appearance. My med spa offered it to me, so I was like, okay, let me see what it do. Let me see what it do. How much are NAD shots? It depends on where you go get them, because I've heard different people say different prices. Let me see. Because I might be getting a good deal. All right, let's see. If you get the home kit, it's $175. If you get the shot, it's $20 per shot at some places. If you get the 750 milligram, it's $700. So that's the IV. Like if you're going to get an IV drip, those cost more. The shots are less. So if for one vial of 1,000 milligram, it's $250 for one vial. For the bigger one, it's $425 per vial. So I would say it's between $200 and $500 per vial, but the vial will last you about a month. So I would say for like a month, you might pay about $450. Weight loss shots work, yes. Any tips on that? Try it if you need to. And fillers, I only have lip fillers. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, so am I not going to do marriage for younger generations? Girl, you mean when young people get married? Girl, I don't want to talk about struggle love. Unless y'all are both rich, or he's rich and young, I don't want to talk about struggle love. Panda Express order was chow mein and super greens. Plain chow mein and super greens, which is broccoli and cabbage. I don't know if there's bok choy in there, but there's no meat in there. I was hungry and I didn't want to get like bad food, so I opted for this. No meat. Girl, no meat. Tofu's good, but they don't have tofu at Panda Express. Thank you, Lady Lawyer. Lady Lawyer, thank you. Sugar Daddy is leaving his wife for me. Any advice? Stack your bank account. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's always going to be my advice. If you get with him, make sure he's giving you money. Stack your bank account and start a business. But, if he wants to marry you and all that kind of stuff, great. Make sure you pick a nice ring. Okay? Make sure the ring is nice. And, congratulations if he proposes in the future. They have all sorts of meat substitutes when you become plant-based. They got Beyond Impossible. They got vegan chicken now, vegan chicken nuggets, vegan chicken strips. They even have vegan filet-o-fish. They have vegan scallops, vegan crab cakes. I don't know. They have vegan sausage, vegan everything now. So it's not like you even miss it. Yeah, there's so many options now. It's like you won't even miss it. Shira, how do you become a streamer, but you want to become a streamer, but you don't know what to talk about? You don't get online until you do, ma'am. Let me tell y'all something. The difference between a streamer that knows what they want to talk about and one that doesn't is not good. Because I've seen people grasping for straws, and it's terrible. Like, people will try to do anything that's trendy, anything that gets clicks, anything that gets views, and they don't have a they don't stand for anything, or they're not passionate about certain things. They're just trying to get views. So I don't like when people do that. Until you find what you're passionate about and what you could sit in front of a screen or edit doing for hours, don't start one until you can do that. Okay? Because if you want to be successful, you got to be consistent. And if you're not liking what you're streaming about, or putting out there as content, you're going to get bored quick. So you better be passionate about whatever it is you're doing. Okay. Find your passion. Or find something that you're passionate about. It's more than one thing that people can be passionate about. Find something. You passionate about food? Do something with food. Passionate about beauty? Do something with beauty. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. This is a human V part wig, which means it clips up here. You pull out your real hair on top, and the clips go from here to here. This is like a V part wig. It's in black. I got it a long time ago. It's kind of old. I'm using these clips to hold my real hair down so it will blend in. You see, this is my real hair right here. So I'm using these to like kind of hold that in place so that it could stay when I take them out. Okay. Thank you. I'm done with my food. Look. I got my greens in. I just ate some carbs, but I don't mind because that's all I'm eating today. And these 2 veggie egg rolls and this little portrait cookie. A friend today, 80. Okay. Messaged a friend today, an 80-year-old, rich 80-year-old. You're struggling with fixing your house. He said, I needed help. I'm an actress. He wants my company. How to accept without strings. Girl, he 80. Ain't no strings. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What you think he gonna ask for? An organ? What's wrong with you, ma'am? This man is 80. The only thing he needs from you is probably an organ. Just say no. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'll eat my last veggie egg roll because I'm hungry. Okay. He probably just want a little kiss, girl. A little kiss on his lip or his cheek. He probably just want to hold hand and pat your leg. Okay. You said he's 80. He just needs you to remind him to take his medicine. Coco. Yeah. You take your medicine today? Mm-hmm. All right, then. Okay. What's the crunchy thing sound? Well, I was eating a fortune cookie, and the other crunchy thing was my veggie egg roll or veggie spring roll, whatever this is, from Panda Express. I was very hungry. You think ticketed events in LA are going to start letting women in based on looks? Batty. IG needs to send in everything. Beauty equals valuable. Yes, I think a lot of people their beauty is kind of their value, and they want more people to want to go to the events. So they'll probably let cute girls in for free. That's what they do at the club everywhere. Okay. You said, why are old men cautious and paranoid? Girl, that's the Grim Reaper behind them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Girl, they old. They know they ain't got much time left. Everything they do, it count. They gotta be careful. And you said some places don't let you in if you're ugly. Girl, they got them silicone masks now. Anybody can be cute if you want to. So some people be like, I'm ugly. What do I do? I can't look good. I'm lazy. Girl, get online. Get your credit card ready and order you a silicone mask of somebody that you think is cute. Put the thing on. Make sure the eyes look right, and go have fun. Because some of y'all just too lazy to do makeup. Just go get you a silicone mask. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And then you too can look like whatever you want to. Why do people expect Black women to get the last while doing the most? They claim we aren't desirable, but always talk about us, be mad when we leave. That's because y'all aren't getting y'all's bags and money from the men that actually do desire you. Okay? I think you should be ignoring all the haters and becoming greater and getting your bag from whoever admires you the most. Sprinkle, sprinkle. We don't care what they think. Like, women shouldn't care what anybody thinks if they're not giving them no money or adding nothing to them. Period. I think a lot of people don't realize that because y'all keep trying to figure stuff out. There ain't nothing to figure out. If it don't make no money, it don't make no sense. That's the only thing that you need to figure out. If it isn't making money, then it's not getting my attention. Okay. There you go. Sprinkle, sprinkle. No money, no attention. Be a gold digger. Have the audacity. Get this money. There you go. It doesn't matter. Just get your money. No matter what color you are. The only color that matters is green, or whatever the color, the currency color is in your country. Just get it. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, Shira, how do you ask for more money when he gives you $100 every time we meet? But I want him, girl. $100 every time we meet, girl. How many times are you meeting? He about to be stood up unless you real broke. You need to tell him to put you on direct deposit for a certain amount of money. So you don't have to get up out your bed for $100 and go be seen in public with him. So he need to do more. That's like chump change. I don't know how old you are. Maybe that's a lot of money to you. You should be getting way more than that. And the reason why I say that is because I don't know how old you are, so that might be a lot of money to you. I think you should get more. Maybe he doesn't have it like that. If you can't get more money, you need to get more men that gives money. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you can't get more money from him, go get more men with more money. There you go. Ask him to put you on direct deposit for a larger amount every month. And, you know, get up and get dressed and look cute every day. Pretty people aren't walking around looking like they're sad and mopey. Look good, feel good. There's the answer. Okay. Look good, feel good. There's the answer. Who's sending me stuff? What's my morning routine? Get up and make up. Get up and put on his makeup, do this hair, and put on a cute outfit, go live on TikTok, then maybe go live on YouTube. But before going live, I have to take my daughter to school. Then I gotta go pick up my daughter. Then I probably go live in the car while I'm sitting there waiting in the car rider line, being bored. Go live on TikTok. Then I go get something to eat with my daughter if I haven't eaten already, or I'll order her DoorDash. Or when we all get home, I'll just order DoorDash and everybody will get what they want. Then we might, do something, watch TV or talk or, whatever. Spend time together. Yep, going on vacation as soon as these kids get up out of school. Yeah, y'all, I'll probably post and show y'all soon. All right. Do I read a lot? Yep, I have lots of books. I write books. I read books. Do I cook? Very rarely. Very rarely. How am I always in the best mood? I have everything I want in life. Okay. Thank you, Christina. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thanks for being a new member. You wish you had friends? I have teenage daughters that are my best friends. Okay. Okay. Do I throw things in the oven? No. Unless it's a holiday. Okay. You just caught your husband watching corn last night. Nothing. Just let him be. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, I swear. Y'all are affected by the smallest, dumbest things. I wouldn't care. Was he watching a man? What kind was it? Hey, maybe that's why. Listen to me, ladies. If anything can trigger you to being heartbroken, sad, depressed, and it surrounds a man, you're dumb. Okay? Who cares what he's watching as long as it's legal? I just don't understand why with this generation, or I don't know why y'all are so sensitive. I just don't even care enough. Like, I don't care. Watch it. I don't care. Close the door, lock it, do what you got to do. I really don't care what you're doing. As long as it's legal. Mine. Okay, someone said that's better than cheating. Yeah, y'all are so sensitive these days. Y'all need to figure it out. Okay. I'm sorry, I can't relate. I really don't care because like y'all need to toughen up a little bit and stop being so sensitive about stuff like that. Okay, they did it before they knew you. They're gonna do it while they know you, and after they know you. So why? What you doing? Why are you making a big deal out of something they gonna do no matter what? Okay, just stop. Be nice. Oh, I'm supposed to be nice. Just don't concern yourself and just go shopping, darling. Okay, get online and use this, you know, his wealth to make you happy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You're 45, girl. You shouldn't even care what no man is doing by this point. As long as they paying the bills, giving you money, that's all you need to care. Seriously. What's your opinion about school? What do you mean? What's my opinion about school? Go if you want to. Get somebody to pay for you. Thank you, Cherry Russia, Sprinkle Sprinkle. What made you decide to be a mortician? Well, originally I wanted to be a forensic. Actually, I wanted to be a medical examiner, but I didn't want to go to school for 9 to 10 to 12 years because you have to be a doctor to be a medical examiner. And so I just decided to be a mortician instead because you don't have to go to school as long. And you still get to work, you know, doing similar things. Charles, thank you. You keep me beautiful. Or Carla, I'm sorry. Charla or Carla? Girl, let me zoom in before I read this wrong. You keep me beautiful, provided for, and unbothered. Thank you, gorgeous. Okay, Charla, sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm so glad, and thank you for the sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, that's what made me want to become a mortician. I didn't want to go to school long enough to be a medical examiner. But now let me just skip all this rigmarole. Let's get straight to it. Okay. Do I think being a mortician helped shape my view on dating? It helped shape my view on humanity, not just dating. It goes way beyond just dating, but that may be one of it. Like one of the things that it affects every part of your decision making in life. You don't waste time. You don't get excited about stuff that's not tangible. You don't deal with certain things that aren't beneficial. You understand what time is, and you don't waste it. You know what I'm saying? You see how much people take for granted, and you don't allow other people to take you for granted. You see sometimes people that have a lot of poverty and they die in poverty and they can't even bury their loved ones because they're so broke because of the decisions they made with their partners. That has a lot to do with it. You see a lot of crazy stuff sometimes, and it just makes you realize that you need to live the life that you want to live, and not for other people, but for yourself. And you need to live your best life. And you don't want people begging other people for money to bury you. And your best outfit shouldn't be the outfit you wore on your wedding day or your funeral. It should be every other day in between. Okay? Your best outfit shouldn't be your funeral attire or your wedding attire or your graduation or prom attire. You should be dressed cute on a daily because you're wasting your life. Okay? When I used to be a mortician, people would be like, "Oh, what should I bring for them to wear?" "Oh, well, just bring a nice dress, something that they would want." "Oh, they don't have any dresses. All they got is t-shirts." "Oh, well, you're gonna have to go buy something." "Well, I guess I can go buy something. I don't know what size they wear." They come back with the wrong size. You got to cut it to try to make it fit. Okay. Well, how do you want us to do the makeup? I don't know. They didn't wear too much makeup. Just make her look nice. Okay. Um, you know, Oh, well, we're going to see the hands in the casket, so make sure the nails are done. All right. Hey, can you go down there and do that lady's nails? Because her nails look ratchet. I'm not a manicurist, but I mean, I can glue some press-ons on there. That's the best I could do. You know what I'm saying? So look good, okay? And you're 24 and you're very avoidant towards men. How can you work on changing this? Can I have a drink? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Get you a little shot of tequila. You'll be nicer. Look at them as wallets, not men. Okay. So think how much they have to offer you in in dollars and money. You can have more main character energy and go out there with a purpose. If your purpose is to attract them, make sure you're dressing so and acting that way. If you're avoidant towards men, you need to talk to more men in public, as far as like at the grocery store, talk to the cashier, say hi, how's your day, da da da. Get comfortable with men, because a lot of people just are not comfortable. But make small talk with random people that are like on your daily, in your daily life. Thank you, Mariah. Hi, Shira. How do you deal with his passive aggressive when I don't answer his call? Hang it up or just text him the Cash App. Hey, if you want me to answer you or talk to you, here's the Cash App. Okay, I'm not dealing with nothing I don't want to deal with. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If they don't understand, then the next one will. And that's another thing, like when I used to be a mortician, you don't waste time trying to explain yourself to people. You just find someone else who already understands and are willing to go with it. Okay? You're going to spend all this time trying to convince somebody, trying to tell somebody this, trying to tell somebody, you're wasting your breath. Literally. Okay, a lot of people understand, they just pretend that they don't. So, Cash App, I'm not wasting my time with you. You can't, another one will. Period. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's how. We don't deal with anybody we don't want to deal with. What are your best tips for getting obsessed? Much rich older sugar daddy to pay all your bills. Can work on my social media business. Oh, so you can work on your social media. Okay, Callie. Find you a man that's a little bit older or a lot bit older that likes you 10 times more, and tell him you need help because you're trying to do something. And if he could help you, that you will be, very appreciative. Da, 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 da. He's going to help you if he likes you 10 times more. So you have to find the right target. And they will be obsessed with you if you pretend like they're very important to you. And if you talk to them and give them the time of day and you act attracted to them, they'll become obsessed with you because everybody around them is like, "Ooh, how did he pull her? Oh, she's so beautiful. He must do A, B, C, and D for a living. He must make a lot of money." And he's going to feel proud to have you on his arm when y'all are out in public, if you go out in public. And he's going to give you whatever you want because of how you make him feel and how you make the world perceive him. So make sure you look way better than him and he likes you way more than you. So the next time you need something, he got you. Okay? That's the formula. Formula is always they got to like you more and you got to look better than them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Men are always obsessed with women out of their league. Okay? That's the formula. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. How to stand out from other beautiful women. For example, why did Marilyn Monroe, Bridget Bardot, and Monica Bellucci stand out? Because they had a signature look and a signature style that was very striking. All their looks are striking. You got to be striking. Okay? Your looks have to strike. They had a lot of like appeal. You know what I mean? They appealed to the male senses. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How do you handle when someone trauma dumps and every conversation turns about them dragging your energy down? I can't avoid them either. A lot of times people that find it okay to trauma dump on you, they number one, they trust you. Number two, they feel like you're going to sit there and listen and help them. Okay. So if they're going to trauma dump on you, just like, you know what, girl, I'm going to need some drinks before you start trauma dumping. Yeah, I wish I got the drink. That right there will be like, okay, I'm not ready for your trauma dump. I'm going to need some, some alcohol just to deal with this conversation. And so it's going to give them a red flag that it's something that you don't want to really do, but you're going to listen anyway, but you don't want to. So you're going to give them, the clue that it's not cool. And then when you start sipping, you're going to be like, girl, I forgot what you just said. You're this is good. Stop paying attention to them. Then change the subject. Like, girl, you know the answer to your problem. I'm sorry that Dusty did that to you, but he Dusty, so what you expect? Anyway, Dusty's gonna do what Dusty's do. Just, girl, you should write a book called What Dusty Did. All this good information. Like, have you ever noticed that people that trauma dump always suggest that they should write a book? Why don't you suggest it first? Okay, they think everybody want to hear their trauma dump life story, and some people might. I just make it fiction and add some to it so that it can, sell more. Add some creative, fiction to it while you're there. Like, if you're gonna trauma dump, make it into a story. Put some fictional characters in there. Put some aliens up in there. Maybe they'll want to listen. Add some characters to it. It's like, okay, I'm finna trauma dump, but I have put this story into a fictional story with colorful characters, so you'll be entertained when I trauma dump on you. Do y'all know that's how a lot of fiction books are written? It's just somebody's trauma dump with some fictional characters. Yep. So tell them to make it creative. If they're gonna sit there and trauma dump, you need to be entertained. Someone said Quan Mills. Exactly. Y'all don't know who that is? You probably don't want to know. But he be making these really colorful, interesting book titles and cover art on his very ratchet stories. If you're going to trauma dump, add some description, add some characters, But yeah, I feel they just need to make it palatable. For real. It's like more like a soap opera. Mm-hmm. But sometimes people be telling you stuff that you didn't know, and you like, ooh, you can trauma dump some more. What else happened, girl? Sometimes they be spilling secrets because they trust you. Wait a minute. You just trauma dump right back? Okay, well, that's good. You actually wrote a trauma dump book once and put it on Wattpad. Okay, Uni. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes. Sometimes it's manipulation tactic to get things from you. Yeah. Well, if it's boring, I'm not paying attention anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, Oh, Maya, sprinkle, sprinkle, went on a date with potential provider, but he was shy and didn't have a plan. What to do next time to get him to step up and provide? You're 25, he's 42. Okay. This 42-year-old can't impress women his age, so he don't know what to do, man. He don't even know. If he knew what to do, he probably wouldn't be trying to date someone 25 years old. And nothing against youngsters, because I was a youngster dating somebody, in their 40s too. But what I learned is they don't know what to do. That's why they can't impress you. You see, 25-year-olds then are different from 25-year-olds now because they expect more because of, social media and what people telling them they should expect. These 40-something-year-old men who are going after 20-something-year-old women, they think that y'all don't expect anything. You know what I'm saying? So you need to tell him, look, I know you're much older than me and I expected you to have a better plan or a better date that, than this because of your age. But tell him I literally could have gone out with somebody my own age and got better treatment. Ooh, tell him that. Make him feel old at the same time, like he need to put in more effort. Period. Because these older guys will treat you with the bare minimum because you're young and you don't know, and they don't think you know any better. They don't think you know any better. They think a date is a date. They don't think that you expect them to do the most. So you gotta spell that out for them. It's like, you know what? I could have been dating somebody my own age if I wanted this type of date. I thought you were gonna do better than this. You're supposed to be older. What's that? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You need to tell them from the start. That way they know what to do. Like, it's like, you know what? It's so good dating someone, your age, because y'all make plans. Just tell them what you want them to do. Already assume that they do it. He's like, I'm so glad I met someone your age. I mean, da da da. Y'all make plans. Y'all know how to court properly. Y'all know how to gift. Y'all know how to provide. Tell him what he gonna do. That way he knows what he has to do in your mind to be impressive. If you just don't say nothing and don't have no standards, they're gonna just treat you like you're dumb. So you got to tell them what you think that they are so that they can live up to it. Okay. You said 40-something-year-old woman don't want him. Exactly. That's why you got to pretend like he's something. Okay. What are you saying about Coach purses? Are they bad? What do you mean? What am I saying? I have Coach purses everywhere. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. If you up your game, people will buy your products. Okay. They up their game. Now people are buying their products. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all are watching videos from 10 years ago. Y'all are watching videos from 7 years ago. When people clip my stuff, do you know I have thousands of videos spanning back from 2013 and 14 on this channel? Do you know that? I know some of y'all don't know that. But when you go and look at my channel and all the videos that I've made throughout some of y'all's lifetimes and lifespans, I've been on here for a long time. So if I say something 12 years ago and it doesn't apply today, wonderful. I'm glad people are sharing my old stuff. Okay. Thank the goodness that my stuff is still circulating from 10 years ago. From 7 years ago. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If people are going to reach back into the archives to pull stuff out that's no longer relevant, you need to figure out, why you still think it's relevant. All right. Yeah, I probably have half the Coach collection. Yes, that was a clip. They are definitely cute. Thank you, Empress. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, y'all got to look at the makeup is an indicator. The film quality is an indicator to how old the video is. Okay. Use common sense and context clues to make sure the clip is up to date or if it's older than you. Okay. All right. Can I show some of my favorite Coach bag? Girl, I don't have them with me right here. I mean, I have one. I got some little cute stuff on it. This is from a store, like these little charms. They're from a store called Consuelo. And then like just as a leather, just a plain black leather satchel. That's all. That's one of my Coach purses. But I have some cute ones that are shaped like hearts. I have some cute ones that are this same shape but smaller with like lip prints on it and kisses. I have some flower stuff. Like I have like this Coach pill bottle. This Coach pill box with the cute little flowers on it. See, my vitamins. I have a Coach like makeup travel bag with the same pattern, and I have Coach sunglass case. Like I have a lot of Coach. So because they upped their quality. Look at this. Isn't this cute? When I made those clips, or when I mean not those clips, when I made those statements about Coach a long time ago, they had fell off. All they had was the boring, ugly color monogram, of a purse that wasn't appealing to my taste as a feminine woman. So when they revamped their style, I definitely thought it was cute, and I repurchased because, when I was in high school, Coach used to be the bag. Okay, so I had Coach in high school. They kind of fell off in the early 2000s and stuff, and they were like, like the mid 2000, the mid 2010s, they fell off. But whoever they hired to come back and redesign their stuff, they got them together. So, the designer sometimes is what makes Coach, or what makes different brands who they are, and their appeal to the masses. So definitely feel like they need to definitely give a raise to whoever started redesigning them bags, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They have this little cute Coach teddy bear charm. Isn't it cute? I got a bunch of Coach everything. So I could be the advertiser for them now, literally. Going on vacation, you don't know about the quality. What? Oh, you're going on vacation, you just didn't know about the quality. It depends on what purse you're buying, because there's different prices, there's different qualities. Some are leather and some are canvas. Like this is leather and this is canvas. See? So depending on if you're buying leather or canvas, the price point is going to be different. Okay. Coach hired some young people, and the bags are cute now. I know. Every time I go in there, I actually bought my daughter a giant Coach tote bag and a little bear keychain like that, and some other stuff as part of her graduation gift. I got her a keychain. I got her a laptop, and I got her a big check. I don't know. Yeah. For her graduation. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But she hasn't seen it yet because I'm going to give it to her after her graduation. Hi, Shira. Is it acceptable to go sit at the bar at a restaurant if you're 19, girl? If you got a fake ID, but I don't suggest that because it's illegal. You know what I'm saying? Why would you can sit in the bar area at the tables, not at the bar, technically, but they will not let you sit up at that bar unless you're with an adult and you're eating something. I mean, you might go sit up there and eat, but you can't order no drinks. If they tell you to get up, you might have to get up. But if you just order food and water or iced tea, they shouldn't bother you. But at some places they're real strict. So you just have to test it out and try it. But remember, if you're sitting up there, people are going to mistake you as 21 or up. So sprinkle, sprinkle. I really wouldn't do it if you're underage. I would just go and sit at a table way over there at the bar, but not up at the bar, but like in the bar area. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And if you look young, it's not going to look right anyway. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you're 19, why are you at the bar looking for men anyway? That's my question. Why don't you go do some rich activities on the rich side of town? Why don't you go to a gym, or like walk in a dog park with your dog, or walk in a park with some cute, workout clothes on, or join a gym over there, or go learn how to play tennis or pickleball or something. Why aren't you doing that? That's going to catch you more sugar daddies than sitting at a bar underaged. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah. Someone says yacht club, tennis, pickleball, country club, S-step. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Focus on school. These older males can be predators. Yeah, if they're much older and you're only 19, they're only trying to groom you. But if you've been by my channel a few times, you probably gonna end up grooming them and getting their money. That's what they don't anticipate. So if you're young, if you like 18, 19, 20, 21, and you have been on this channel for a while, you probably gonna end up grooming them old men out of their money. Okay. So make sure you're watching daily and taking notes. Because if you don't groom them, they gonna groom you. Period. Better be the groomer. Groomer to get the money. Groom them out their wallets, man. If you can't do it, they're gonna try to groom you. You don't believe me? Ask anybody young. I would an older guy who didn't have the knowledge. Okay. Gotta groom him. Where would I try to find a lady babysitter? At church? No. I wouldn't find a babysitter. I'd be home with my kids, darling. Okay. If the grandma can't watch them, I'm not really big on leaving kids at home to go see some man. I wait, if they're in school, go out during the day when they're at school. You got 8 hours if they're in school. You know what I'm saying? If they're in like a preschool, you got 4 hours. But I always say, I'm not getting ready to do that. My kid's gonna have to be old enough to be in school, or they can go to grandma's. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting ready to get some stranger to watch my kids while I go out and try to eat food across from a man who ain't finna pay no bills. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I don't do daycares or babysitters. Please don't trust strangers, even family. Yeah. If they're not close to their family members, like a grandma or something, and you don't trust people, wait till them kids are at school and go do lunch or go to the nice side of town during the day. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Good. You got a 34-year-old. You have a 34-year-old and a chance. He tried to take me to the equivalent of Applebee's in my country. Girl, he too young. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, why would I don't know how old you are, but as a 34-year-old, if he's still taking you to Applebee's, he's broke. Time to go. The equivalent to Applebee's. Sorry, Applebee's, but y'all know y'all got a good price point for people that are on a budget. That's y'all's thing. Men are never mature when at 60, but according to science, they mature at 45. Okay, well, you know what? Is their money mature though? Like they got the money? Just deal with that then. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-mm-mm. Where should okay. There's a weirdo in here. Should we tell him the truth about who I am? Should we tell him the truth about who I really am? Clinton, are you part of the LGBTQ plus community? Girl, Clinton said bye. That's how you get rid of them. You're not? Well, then why are you saying those things to me? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, he's a bot? Okay. Okay. Clinton, do you like RuPaul's Drag Race? Have you ever watched that show? Okay. You ain't never watched RuPaul's Drag Race? You should check it out. Okay. I think you'll really like what you see there. Clinton works at Applebee's. Boy, you work at Applebee's. You might not be able to get cable in because, that's probably why you haven't seen it, because you can't afford cable. I'm sorry. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How do you raise a little boy to have provider mentality for his future and future life? Give him responsibilities. And tell him, like, okay, well, this is what men do. This is what men do. And you make sure that they know that they're providers, they're gentlemen, they pull the chair out, they open the door. So you train them early on how to treat women. And then you train them when they get a certain age on how to earn money and how to save money and how to, and tell them, like, ladies, when you start to like girls, they really like gifts, and they like to make sure that they're pretty all the time, and they like for their man to pay for stuff. You gotta tell them the truth. That's all you gotta do. Tell them the truth. Get a good education, or create a business, and get your money up so you can have whatever type of woman you like. You don't have to settle for pick Misha and them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I would like this day and age. You got to show them pictures. You're like, okay, which girl do you prefer? And put one that's like a pick Misha, and put one that's like a dream girl. If he keeps choosing a dream girl, say, well, this girl only likes men with money. This one, whatever. You can be broke with this one. He's gonna start to associate money with having the type of woman he wants. So you gotta train them young. Dream girls like men that make money. Those other girls, they'll take anybody that'll deal with them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes. How do you stop pick Misha tendencies? Have standards. If they're not paying, they're not staying. If they don't pay bills, if they don't buy you gifts, if they don't offer you any type of financial benefit, why are you dealing with them? Okay. Men are providers, nothing more, until they have earned your trust and have the ability to provide for you and a family. You don't entertain them any further emotionally than just them courting you. You know what I mean? So if they're not fulfilling their role, don't be bothered with them. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Where all the Dusties are doing here must be break time. Yeah. Why do you feel like you need to make extra money before going to freestyle? Because I think you feel like you're going to spend your own money versus attract a man to spend his money on you. So perhaps you need to just have faith in yourself as an attractive woman, knowing the right place to go and knowing exactly, what type of man is going to be attracted enough to you to pay for your drinks or whatever you're going to be doing, food or whatever. You got to know the targets. I'm looking at cereal today. Thank you. I appreciate that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I missed the super chat. Uh-oh. Best excuse for ghosting for months and being absent. Aunt Ethel. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Aunt Ethel needed someone to come assist her in the last couple of months, and you did. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Good old Aunt Ethel, man. Y'all know. Aunt Ethel needed a caregiver for the last 3 months, and that's what happened. I was doing good deeds. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You know, fake Aunt Ethel that really doesn't exist. She needed your help for 3 months or however long you was ghosting someone. Okay. Makes sense. Sorry, y'all. Oh, I need a refill on my water. It looks like the Dusties are talking to each other in the comments. Okay. Aunt Ethel is not going to take care of herself. I know that's right, Alex. Mm-hmm. Is this a sew-in? No, it ain't, girl. It's a V-part wig. You know where you can pull your own hair out? And it just has like the little snaps. And then you just pull your own hair out in the front. Yeah, girl. It's a V-part wig. Okay. How can I get him to buy you a dog? Take him to the dog shelter. Or wherever you get a dog from. Just take him there. So I want to take you somewhere. It's a surprise. He's going to think you finna take him to lunch or dinner and pay. Show up at the dog place. Surprise, get me a dog. That's what you tell him. I'm more of a cat person myself, so I'll be at the cat spot. Thank you, BL. Visiting Houston for a week. What hotel to stay at to be around rich men? Four Seasons. There's a lot of really nice boutique hotels downtown. And some of them have like cool rooftop pool parties on the weekend. But if you're trying to be around rich, you need to go to Four Seasons. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. No, Four Seasons, darling. Omni is not worth, I don't know which Omni you're talking about, but the Four Seasons, darling. Don't go to the Omni. Go to the Four Seasons. How do you forgive yourself for calling him several times? How do you forgive yourself for calling him several times after he said he don't want a real relationship anymore? Together 4 years, does not call me, but when I call him, he answers. What do I do? You're nursing school. Okay. You go get another one, because if you can't let go of him, you're attached because why were you so attached to somebody that wasn't attached to you? Because you gave too much. Stop giving so much. You still giving after the whole relationship is over. You still giving. You don't know how to stop giving. That's why you still trying to contact him, because you gave too much and you haven't received what you wanted to receive in return because you gave too much. When you give too much, you always think somebody owes you something. You don't understand goodbye. You don't understand letting go because you feel like someone owes you something, but you freely gave in that relationship and didn't expect to receive. So you are still doing the same thing, except in a more desperate way. So the best thing to do is stop trying to attach to men and reclaim yourself as the prize, and only deal with men that are beneficial to you and that like you 10 times more. If you follow that formula, you'll be good. If you don't follow that formula, you're going to be a pygmalion. So follow that formula and you don't have to worry about it. That's it. Men will discard you when they're done because they didn't want you in the first place. And they told you they didn't want a relationship with you, but you still did not hear them. A man will sleep with you, answer the phone, and do all these things with you and still not like you and still not want you. If you're giving away free stuff, people are going to come get it, even if they don't want it. Know what I'm saying? So that's why, baby, you have to make sure you understand you're the prize and stop dealing with someone that doesn't want you. Okay, just because they entertain you doesn't mean they want you. Okay. 46-year-old generous doesn't know I have 2 boys. You don't want anymore. Keeps talking about wants a family before he's 50, how to make it last and avoid all that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you don't want any more kids and you don't know you got kids, you need to get all you can get before the truth comes out. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You need to stack, 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 stack before the truth comes out. All right. Thank you, ma'am. You need to stack, 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 stackety stack before the truth comes out. Stack, 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 stackety stack, stack, stack before the truth comes out. All right. Okay. Get all you can get, ma'am. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because he said he wants kids. You already got kids. You don't. He wants to probably have his own kids. You already have kids, and you didn't tell him. So I don't blame you for not telling him because that's not his business. But if you say it like this, you might have a chance. Well, you know what? I agree. You know what? It's so wonderful that you want a family. Just say a family. It's so wonderful that you want a family because I have some good news. He's going to think you're pregnant if y'all have been doing something. But you're going to get him all hyped up. You're going to see the look on his face. He's going to be all, really? You got some good news? Oh, yeah, I know you really want a family before you're 50. So I have some great news. Then he's going to be like, what is it? Are you pregnant? It's like, how do you feel about boys? Is it twins? Well, then you break the news to him. Well, how do you feel about being a stepfather? No, say, oh, how do you feel about being a father? I mean, stepfather. Then pause. And he's going to have to tally up all that he's about to lose if he answered his question incorrectly. Okay? He's getting ready to, all the good times getting ready to flash before his eyeballs. If I say the wrong thing, I'll lose her forever. She got some kids. Why she didn't tell me? Oh, goodness. Well, how old are they? You said you haven't slept with him yet? Okay, well, then skip that part about you got some good news. Like, you know what? Since you've been talking about that, you've been wanting a family, and before you're 50, you know what? I think it's possible. So how do you feel about being a stepfather? There you go. That's all you can do. Maybe all the good times or potential good times will flash before his eyes. And I don't know if I'd introduce him to any kids after, before a certain amount of time and background checks and whatnot. You need to get his background checked. And y'all need to be dating at least 6 months to a year. Okay. Before you can even talk about family. You know what I'm saying? He said they don't want a family. They just want to have. Yeah, we know that. But you already got a kid, so you don't even have to sleep with them to have a family with them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, it just be a game they be running. Did you embalm when you knew were baddies and well taken care of? What? Did I embalm when you knew were baddies and were well taken care of? What do you mean when I was baddie? Oh, no, I didn't work anymore after I was 22. I didn't work. I wasn't a mortician anymore. I was done because I met James and I didn't have to work no more after that. Shira, I'm 22. Okay, you go to school, you're 22. Okay, you work full time based on your experience with men. I resent them. I just be focusing on me. Okay, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm sorry you feel that way, but I used to be in school. I used to work and I used to get their money and focus on myself. So You know, I didn't let that stand in the way of my bags. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Mandy. Can you talk about manifesting a boyfriend? I can talk about manifesting a provider. I'm not gonna just manifest no random dude with no money. All right. Have you have to have a way for them to come into your life, which means you got to go hang out. You got to go places. You got to be seen. You got to be heard. You got to hang out on the part of town where you plan to meet this person. You know, you got to put in effort. Like literally, you have to have a pathway for that to come into your life. Make the way and make the way for that to come into your life, and be sure that you're also dressed to attract the type of man that you want. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Did I miss a super chat? I don't know. Let me see. Okay, yes. Rose says that she is going to the club. You have super thick, long, natural hair and no time for a new wig. Can't do hair. Simple style. Suggest, please. Wig. What you just told me, you can't do your hair and you don't wear a wig. So, simple style suggestions. Bun? I don't know. Flat iron? A ponytail? I don't know, man. I always made time to do my hair, or I made time to go get a wig. It's better late than ugly. So I can't. The club don't open till. You said social club. Okay, so it's not the club. It's just is it a club or a social club? I'm gonna make time to find me something to do. I'm gonna make time to do my hair. I'm gonna make time to buy a wig. Okay, I'm gonna put myself as a priority, and I'm gonna make the time. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's my answer. Okay. I don't know if you at work, I would take off early and make up a lie and get off early. I go make time for myself. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Someone says slick back ponytail, blonde, or glueless wig. Okay. Get you an old wig and dust it off and curl it up. I don't know. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Shira, you gained 10 pounds. You did, girl? Okay. Go to the med spa. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They'll help you. All right. It has been, yeah. Either make time to go do it or go make time to go get a wig. I don't know. Sprinkle, sprinkle. A 79-year-old offered you a job abroad, but I have a husband and want to make this luxury job work. What can I do to accept this job? Ma'am, I don't know where you live, but I ain't finna go travel around the world for some 79-year-old man to work. Oh, an 80-year-old offered me a job. Let me uproot out of my own country to go take this employment. Does that sound like something that I would answer? I'm not getting ready to go work for somebody old enough to be my grandfather. If you're old enough to be your grandfather, why do you have to work? Why he can't just give you some money? Is it simply a job offer? I'm not that career oriented to uproot myself from another country to go clock in. Just not. Sorry. That's the difference between people like me. I'd rather be an entrepreneur and stay where I am. Okay. I can't do that. It's just, I don't know what the job is, but unless it's paying millions upon billions, I don't know. Nuh-uh. Thank you. I do appreciate it. It's a job where I can save up for my business. Why? Okay, if you already married, why are you working? Who did you marry, ma'am? Did you marry somebody that would let you leave the country to go work for some 80-year-old man and save up for your own business? Who did you marry? I'm not even counting that as a man. You know, that's I don't know. If it's worth more than your husband, goodbye. Have fun. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Why is your husband okay with that? Exactly. That's what I'm asking. But anyway, you know what? Do what's best for you financially. And I wouldn't claim him as my man if he can't help you. All right. Make time for an appearance before being social. Rule number 1. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You talk with this man, but he always the one that reaches out. But when he texts or call, he is very short with me. 2-minute call in person gives more money. No, gives more energy, but not really. How do I get more from him? Well, a lot of people aren't phone people. I'm not a phone person. A lot of people don't stay on the phone because they're busy or they're with other people. So, Cash App requests, links to Venmo, links to wish lists, you know, that's how you get more from him. If you're trying to get more attention from him, then the less attention you give him, the more he wants to give you. Okay. So whenever he takes or call and only wants to talk 2 minutes, talk about what you want or want him to do, or why don't you only talk to him for 1 minute and rush him off of his 2-minute call? If you leave them wanting more, they'll actually want more. So when he gets about 1 minute into that conversation, you cut him off and you tell him you gotta go. So he sees how it feels. And it'll leave him wanting more. Okay. So don't be hungry for his 2 minutes. Let him be thirsty for more when you hang up after 1 minute. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You want too much money is enough honesty. Men are too annoying to want to talk all day. Mm-hmm. Is anyone on phone person anymore with texting available? Yeah. Most people don't like to be on the phone. Mm-mm. Y'all have to, like, ladies, y'all got to understand this. Just because you're on the phone all day yapping to people doesn't make everyone a phone person. Okay. I know there's still phone people out there, but not everyone is one of them. So y'all got to respect that too. Because I definitely am not a phone person. Okay. I'm a phone person when I'm talking about some money, some business, or if I'm making time for you in order to, be nice. But honestly, not just casually, not just a casual phone person. Mm-hmm. How do you let go of the want for affection and physical contact then? Get you an emotional support animal, get you some toys, get you some whatever you need to stop looking outside of yourself for validation from a man. Okay. You don't need, let me tell y'all a secret. You don't need that. You want it. There's a difference. And some of y'all don't understand this. You don't need it. You want it. You don't need it. You want it. What did you do before you ever had it? Think about it. You don't need it. You want it. Therefore, you want attention. So if you want attention, get up, get dressed, look cute, and make that attention equal some money. Okay. Rolling around on the mattress don't equal no money unless you doing something I don't know about. You know what I'm saying? Get up, get your looks together, look cute and go find you somebody that wants to take you shopping. That's the best type of attention. Somebody want to spend money on you. Shira was Michelle. I don't know who these people are, baby. When y'all ask me about people, I don't know who they are. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. So when y'all name random people, y'all gonna have to tell me and explain the circumstance. So when they go and click stuff on, clip my stuff and put it on TikTok, making it look like I know these people and I'm talking about them, I literally have no idea who most of these people are. I'm literally just answering y'all's questions. Y'all have to go into explanation about whoever these people are that y'all are asking me about, because I don't have no idea. Okay. Thank you. Do you believe in astrological matches? I believe in money matches. You got some money, then it might be a match. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It might be a match if you got some money. I mean, it don't matter what sign you are as long as it says dollar sign. Yes. Y'all know that. Okay. You're trying to get the bag. That's all that matters. But why do certain men pick certain women to be their girlfriend, wife, and leave other? Okay, because you're too available. You're too needy. And what man wants to wife up someone that's too available and too needy? They're gonna get on their nerves. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. If you are already getting on people's nerves for being too needy, too available, why would a man want to wife that? Okay. Marriage to men already seems like a prison sentence. So why would they want somebody that's extra clingy to go on top of it? All right. Men wife certain women that have their own things going, that don't need them as much, not as emotionally needy, and someone that definitely has their own life, so they're not always worrying about them. If you're that type of woman, you'll probably get wifed faster than someone that's over needy. Okay. When you don't care about whatever they're doing, when you could care less, when they got to chase you, when they got to beg you for your time, that's the type of men, that's the type of women that men want a wife. The ones that's not all up in their business and begging. Okay. Begging for attention. The ones that look good enough to do better, and the ones that don't need to be up under them. Okay. That's the prize, baby. So you got to figure that out. Women should figure that out. Don't beg for their attention. Make them beg for yours. Okay. Like, men chase detached women like they are catnip. That's true. Most men don't want an emotionally attached woman. They just don't. Y'all got to understand that. If you don't know, I'm telling you. Okay. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Yeah. Okay. They do what they want. Should you entertain a work colleague? First of all, how old are you and how much money do they make? And if it don't work out, are you going to be able to go to work every day and look at this person? I don't think mixing business with pleasure is a good idea unless it's the owner and you don't really have to work there anymore. If they own the spot, they'll just give you money. I don't believe in that. I mean, like, if y'all are teenagers and y'all work at the same movie theater or whatever, you just want to go out on a little date. That's not the same thing as your career or having to see this person every day because you got to pay bills. You know what I'm saying? It's very different. I don't like mixing business with pleasure. Okay. unless they're the owner. And they got to be an owner that makes it money. Owner that's making money, okay? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You said, what if we're in a hotel and you need to take a what? You need to go to number 2? Okay. You excuse yourself and you go down to the lobby and you use the lobby bathroom in the hotel. Or you say you're getting ready to take a bubble bath or a shower. You run to water. You play some loud music on your phone. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Turn the TV up too. There you go. Duh. Mm-hmm. You said what? I hope that helps. You said, okay, Lapisha says her nephew has his first girlfriend or had his first girlfriend. And he already can't stand her because she wants too much attention. Mm-hmm. It's literally like having, I don't want to offend nobody, but think about it. Let me tell y'all something. I'm trying to use the nicest words I can find. I got to go in a few minutes. Having someone that desperately needs attention is like dating someone with issues. You know what I mean? Like someone that needs medication. You know what I mean? That's the best way I can say it. So please don't be one of those types of ladies. It almost seems like you didn't take your prescription that day. So when you're very emotionally needy or need all the attention that you can get from some dude, or even if you claim him as your man, it just seems like you're imbalanced in some way. You know what I mean? So think about it. Someone says desperation is unattractive. Yes. And especially if you're pretty, it doesn't even make sense. Like if you look good and you're desperate for attention and whatever, and you're clingy, it doesn't even make sense. That's why people think something wrong with you. Okay. So if you're pretty, you shouldn't be desperate. If you are pretty, you shouldn't be clingy. If you are pretty, you shouldn't need the super attachment. Okay. If you're pretty, because then it's going to start looking strange that this beautiful, pretty woman needs all this attention and all this crap. Something must be wrong with her, right? When is you know what I mean? So if you look good, you shouldn't even be begging for nobody's attention. They should be begging for yours. Now that makes sense. That's why men like women who don't like them. That's why men will chase women out of their league. That's why men will do whatever it takes to keep a woman who don't really even, feel like, he's like worthy of her. Okay? So, because they don't believe that this person that's so pretty could be so needy. Something is wrong. And they keep waiting for the flaw to show. And the flaw in itself is the insecurity and the lack. So that's why men like women that don't really want to even give them the time of day. Because that makes sense. Okay? So stop being so needy. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Let me see. Did I miss a question? Okay. I gotta go in like 5 minutes. So y'all better ask away. If y'all need to ask, y'all better start typing now. Mm-hmm. So y'all know I used to do consultations, right? A lot of the women that I dealt with were very insecure. That's why they were always having issues. That's why they always were having issues. Most of the time, their issues were based in insecurity. So just understand that. They weren't the prize in their relationships. That's why they had problems. They were the ones chasing instead of being chased. They were the ones in need of the attention instead of the other one needing her attention. So, just going to let y'all know that. Before y'all start any type of relationship, remember, you are the prize. Stay the prize. If you don't stay the prize, you're going to have problems. If you're not secure within yourself, you're going to have problems. If you're needy, you're going to have problems. Okay? You said the flower don't chase the bees. That's right. Mm-hmm. Can you recommend books or movies or drama series when you're leveling up? Anything that holds you accountable of looking good every day? I like Gossip Girl, the original Gossip Girl. I know it's kind of old, but I like that show. It has everything: money, fashion, trying to look your best, pick me's, secure, women that are secure, women that look past certain things and, they're only for a man's status. I think Gossip Girl, the original one, is a good one to start with. Yeah. How do you get a man to run back? He lives across the country and we don't talk in a week. Girl, I'm not chasing behind no man. If he don't want you, then on to the next. You know what I mean? Y'all keep asking me how to chase men. I don't know. I don't know how to do it. Don't stop asking me how to chase a man. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You prefer him gone to give you more of, you prefer him gone to give me more of my time. Okay, Miss Ma'am, that's true. Elena, Alhina, yeah. Just, you prefer him to leave you alone. I get it. Guys with money always talk about I'm not giving it up. How to use this. Always talk about money, ma'am. If they always talking about that, you're always talking about money. So change the subject. It's like, you know what? My Aunt Ethel, I had to pay her rent this month. Now I got to figure out. Lie. Just every time they talk about this, you talk about money. Oh, you know what? I just went and saw this car that I want at the dealership. Guess how much it is down? Every time they mention that, you mention money. Every time they mention that, you mention money. Why? Because they're bold enough, so you need to be bold enough. You're not going to budge. They ain't going to budge. Y'all just going to be talking to yourselves about stuff y'all can't get unless he's willing to give. You look so beautiful today. If I was older and a man, you'd be giving me all my money, all your money. Oh, that's so sweet. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Well, I appreciate that, ma'am. I appreciate that. Just put a little effort into this. I just put a little effort in this morning and, did a little something extra. I appreciate that, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, Lord. Clinton, go take a cold shower. Sure, your husband cheated with a prost. What should you do? Get proof, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You got proof? How much money you need? Okay, if you got proof, you can get whatever you want. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Just let him know. Let him know you got some proof and see what he's gonna do. Okay. Are spaghetti strap too revealing? No, it depends on what your body type is, I guess, and how much you working with up here. Anyway, I gotta go. But thank y'all so much, everybody who donated. If y'all want to join the Patreon, I'm going to link it here. Join tier 2 and up. You'll be able to message me your question there, and I'll definitely answer you back within a day or two. And within a day or two, you'll have access to the PDF books and things like that, and all the posts and things on the Patreon as well. If you join the mail out tier, you get a handwritten card or a letter from me each month, as well as the ability to text and write me on the Patreon. Okay. And I'll see y'all soon. Thank y'all so much.